Hi, Saggy and Taurus. This reading is just for you. I might have skipped over you guys last night, but you're not forgotten. And I apologize. I get a little flighty during these readings, you guys, and it's hard for me to keep track. I feel like, even though I'm using the cards, I'm doing a whole lot of channeling. All right. So thank you for sticking in there with me. And we're going to go from Saggy to Taurus. And what we're covering is from this fall to next fall. We're covering what are you harvesting? We're going to cover love. We're going to cover, here, let me take some notes real quick, you guys. We're going to cover money, but we're going to start with the general and just see what your guides want to tell you that you are harvesting. All right, so we're going to get right into it for Saggies. Hi, Saggy. Happy fall. I hope giving you this personalized reading helps for making up with missing last night. All right, guys, what do we see for Saggies? What did they harvest this year? I feel like you've harvested more money or you're on the way. You're feeling more mature, more grounded, more stable. And I feel for a lot of you, you've got some money in the bank, okay? I'm not trying to tell your secrets or anything, Saggy. But I also feel like, you've opened up yourself to new possibilities. And a lot of the reasoning for this is you've wrapped your mind around this, expanded your consciousness, if you will. And a lot of the reasoning for this is because you're kind of hiding back on maybe sharing things or letting people know all about your next moves or your plans. And you're tuning more into what you want, your personal guidance, your intuition, if you will. And that's what's really helping you get to this point, right? Saggy, feeling more mature, more grounded, knowledgeable. And look here, we got more money in the bank. All right. So I really love this, but you're at a point now to where you might feel like you're lacking a little bit of creativity. And that's okay. That's all right, Saggy. You've already put a lot in your manifestation bank, if you will. And I see that coming forward for you. I just wouldn't let it get into some kind of worrisome thought base, right? We have to be more like, oh, I've already manifested this, and I'm just going to be keep getting flowered with attention, flowered with opportunities, money, and abundance. All right. So the guides are loving what you called in for yourself this year, or what you harvest, if you will. So that is a very good reading, Saggy. And I feel like it's showing, you're in it for the long run. Yeah, what you've put in the bank, the manifestation bank is still growing, right? It's not ended just as well. All right, so we're going to move forward to love. And this is what you are harvesting this coming up year. That's right, Saggy, we're harvesting people today. All right, what do we see, guys? What is Saggy manifesting, harvesting around love from this fall to next fall? And you guys, make sure you're subscribing, liking, sharing. Let me know where you're at in the world. I just love reading your guys' comments. All right. Wow. You're on a journey of healing, becoming more passionate about love. And, you are not letting go of yourself, your dreams, your passions. It's like, you almost felt like you lost a part of yourself with these past connections, and you've gained that back. And you're like, no, I haven't gave up on true love. I haven't gave up on me. And I'm going to find somebody that likes all these qualities of me, right? So you're feeling... You're getting your mojo back. Let's put it that way. And you might even meet someone. Yeah, someone that's already been checking you out, Saggy. Oh, and there's loves in the cards. All right. So this is somebody that's going to take control. All right. So very assertive. And like I said, I feel like they are the one that's going to come towards you. They're the one that's going to pursue you, that's watching you. And this is what I got for him now, kind of in the background, just like, I wonder if there's potential here. All right. And we got this isolation card in reverse. This shows this person coming to you, and there's nothing you need to personally do but be you. Live your best life. Let your passion flow from you. Work on yourself, your energy, because the more amazing your energy is, the more amazing your person's energy going to be. But this is just going to be a natural progress if this person comes into your life. You've already called it in, Saggy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward and lay on money. Guides, what do you see around money? Hold on, you guys. I'm going to shut this up. What is Saggy harvesting this next year around money? You might be restarting something that you walked away from that you're passionate about. So maybe you just had to, it wasn't because you wanted to. Maybe there was a health issue. Maybe you had to take care of a family member, whatever it may be. I feel like, things are transitioning now, right? They're shifting. So you're back in more of a position so you can chase your passions. So there's something coming back to life for you, Saggy, and you're very excited about it. And you're going to set it up this time to where it's easier for you, more in flow for you. Okay. And the guys are saying maybe even more serious energy being brought to the table. Okay. Before you were kind of maybe testing the water, different directions. Maybe you're being more playful or willy-nilly, or just didn't have set plans. And now you're coming in with a whole new energy. You're coming in knowledgeable. You're coming in as an expert, Saggy. And this is going to be amazing for you because it's going to be so less exhausting. This is you for once, or I don't want to say for once, but finally, right now, taking control of making some money with your passions. And Saggy, you guys do this, right? You go. If you're anything like me, which is a Saggy as well, we are on from one dream to the next, making it happen. And this is you building a foundation for yourself, security, stability. So I love it. This is what you're harvesting this year, Saggy. You're harvesting your passions, making money, and it's something that you were doing already. I already feel like it is, or it's an old idea that you weren't able, to bring into reality. But something is rebirthing itself, and it's coming in better than ever. All right, love it. Okay, Saggy, so I'm here for you. I'm going to be giving weekly readings. I'm going to be doing the weekly reading energy read for all 12 zodiacs. And I don't know what else, you guys. You're going to have to, subscribe, follow along, and see what magic I bring to the table. All right. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and move forward to Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Happy fall. Thank you so much for being here today. I apologize about leaving you out of the reading yesterday. I get so flighty, you guys. I can't help it. I do my best. But, if I ever mess up, don't get mad at me. Just comment, let me know, and I will fix it for you guys. I'll do a special, just like I am right now. All right, Taurus. We're going to go right into general. We're doing what the guides say that you have harvested this year, okay? So this is general. This could be love, money, anything in between. Guys, what do we see for Taurus? You're coming out of a state of non-existence. At least that's what it feels like to you, right? You're feeling like you're being acknowledged for once. And it took you sticking in there, not being acknowledged to finally get to that level, right? You were the fool. You kept pursuing it and didn't let your emotions get the best of you when people weren't paying attention to your progress. And you built a really good foundation for yourself. So you worked hard when nobody was looking, when nobody cared, maybe even when people had some crap to say about all the energy we're putting into this or that, or the directions you were going. You stuck with it. And because of that, you are reaping the benefits. And it's, you've harvested it, or you've planted that seed, you brought it to fruition, and you're going to start seeing it now, have been seeing it, but this is going to come in for the next year, I believe, as well. That is how amazing you have done. And at times you felt like you were off course. It wasn't exactly what you desired or how you wanted it to turn out. And you felt like maybe you made some bad decisions when it came to finances. And for some of you, for your family as well, you felt like, maybe you dropped the ball, even though I feel like, Taurus, you really didn't drop the ball. You were just getting fearful, right? Letting them fearful thoughts come in, because I feel like money was still flowing. But maybe you made a wrong turn, you got some bumps in the road, and you're like, oh, what am I doing here? I am jeopardizing my stability. And the guides are saying, no, you're doing an amazing job. You just need to upgrade that energy into there. And that is what this year has been about, is letting go of that excess baggage. And because you got a good foundation for yourself. You didn't let anybody get in your head this year, Taurus. So that was an amazing job on your behalf. And we're going to move right forward to love for Taurus. Who are they harvesting this year? Oh my goodness. Did you see that, Taurus? So some of the people that you have harvested in the past didn't turn out so well. The guides are saying, that might have been a thought base you had as soon as I said that. You have emotions for somebody in the past. This year, you're completely healing. You're letting that go. I feel like this person pulls on your heartstrings, right? Even though you made a good decision by leaving that connection behind, they pull on your heartstrings. You feel guilty for walking away. You want to be there for them. And I feel like this person can have like an impulsive issue, an alcohol or a drug issue, some kind of addiction or something that's toxic anyhow, that caused this disconnection. And you being the loving soul you are, it's hard for you to walk away completely and just let go. But that's what you're doing this year. You're wrapping your mind around that it's time once and for all to let go of all that old baggage, all those old feelings. And here's you, ready to put yourself out for love again, feeling adventurous, excited, passionate, and maybe, going out, enjoying life, taking a trip with the hopes of, finding somebody new or making new friends. And we got it going with the flow. So you are manifesting or harvesting, if you will, peace of mind, calmness, and letting go of the past. Okay. So you might not harvest a person this year, but maybe we got this adventure card. A lot of times this shows moving forward with someone. So for some of you, it could be somebody pursuing you, all right, and you starting a new direction. But I feel like for the majority of you, it's just getting in that alignment, getting in the flow, the energetic flow that you need to, call in that true love without you freaking out, right? Here's been you, Taurus, for majority of you for some time now, since this past connection, very conflicted, very pulled. Should I start new? Should I return to this person? Should I even, try to love anybody at all? And from what I see, what you went through, this is not, something you should be embarrassed by or feel like, I should already let this go, because I feel like this person was very toxic. I feel like it was a lot for you to go through. There was a lot of heartbreak and you were very devoted to this person. So be gentle on yourself with the process, but you're making it happen. And when you work on your energy, your real person's working on your energy, and I see an amazing person coming in, matching you. All right, so we're going to move forward to money. And Taurus, you're always making good money. For what I've seen, and if you're not, I feel like you'll pull it together. You guys are very resourceful. You're hardworking, determined. All right. Let's see. What do we see around money? You're going to overcome money fears like they're not even happening. No matter how devastating it looks, you're like, oh no, I know I'm good. I can manifest, create. I'm constantly working or constantly progressing, I guess I should say. And this is you. this is you amidst the chaos. So you're learning to manage the ups and downs, to desensitize from the stressors, I guess you could say, and all the different happenings. And that's how we become, the king, right? The king of pentacles of, mastering our career, the knowledgeable one. I like to use that example all the time. What about an attorney? Yeah, if they were constantly freaking out about every single case, like they might have a heart attack a couple of cases in, right? They have to learn to desensitize, right? Be calm during the midst of the chaos. And that's what I'm seeing you do. And I also see that you're really falling in love with your work. Maybe for a while now, you've been letting some emotional worries get in, especially if you took a leap of faith this last year. I feel like some of you might have, and it didn't work out so well, or you're not yet reaping the benefits from that. And it's, scary territory for you, or it feels to be such. But the universe is saying you're supported. And it's because you're manifesting it, Taurus. You're creating it, by this energy right here. No matter what is thrown your way, you're like, I got this. It's cool. I'm not even going to get freaked out about this. I'm just going to manage it. And I'm so happy to see that for you, Taurus. That's beautiful. Beautiful, my darling. All right, you guys, if you need a more personalized reading, you know how to reach out to me. My links are down below. And thank you so much for tuning in. Blessed be.